So guys, it actually happened. One of War Thunder's biggest content creators just did an advertisement for World of Tanks. Let's dive into it. So if any of you don't know him, the YouTuber's name is ZoltanSultan. He's one of the biggest War Thunder content creators, and he currently has almost 70,000 subscribers. If you are not subscribed to him, you should definitely go and subscribe, because his videos are always top tier. Like, they are really, really good. And in his last one, that at the time of this recording is only 2 days old, he actually did a sponsorship for World of Tanks, which is interesting because he's an official Gaijin partner, and he's, in the Gaijin partner content creator program thing. And World of Tanks is one of the biggest competitors of War Thunder. So let's just look at what happened here and then talk about parts of it.
Part of the appeal of War Thunder events and tournaments is that the rewards are super exclusive, with the promise that they'll never return. One of these tanks is the Excelsior, and if you weren't around to play the event from many years ago, the only way to get the vehicle today is on the Gaijin market, and it's unbelievably expensive.
About this thing, it's not just unbelievably expensive, like as you can see here, it is sold out. You can't buy the vehicle. I actually checked in the new Gaijin market. It is just not in there. You can't find it, probably because nobody's selling it and they kind of streamlined it and got rid of all the old things that nobody is selling. If you access the old market though, you can still find it, and you can see that there's still 21 people trying to buy one for 50 Gaijin or less, which is not gonna happen anytime soon. And if we actually check when the last one was sold, I know you can't see it, I'm in front of it, but it just says 11-11. I don't know which year that is. Could be last year, could be the year before, could be like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. But there's, matter of fact is there's nobody selling this tank. It is impossible to acquire currently. So let's just get going here.
However, with today's sponsor, World of Tanks,
there was a very smooth transition. He just talked about the Excelsior and how you can't get it in War Thunder, or most likely not able to get it, and how it's such a nice tank and everything. And then he cuts to World of Tanks, which apparently with his link down here, you get access to the Excelsior and some credits and premium time or whatever. He'll probably tell us this in the thing here. So let's just keep watching.
You too can own this brilliant, unique piece of late war engineering. By signing up with my link in the description, you will get access to not just the Excelsior, but 7 days of premium and 250,000 credits.
So I think it's a bit sad that he used promo material here. I don't think that's his own material. That looks like they gave him video material to, incorporate in this video, because that doesn't look like his own footage. It looks like a trailer. But, it's still something. I like the effort he puts into it, especially with the voiceover.
I mean, boys, they've got incredibly detailed vehicle models that let you fight on a whole bunch of historical locations. And what's brilliant is the game is wholly focused on armored vehicles, which means the developers are always adding crazy new vehicles like...
I have no idea what this is. This looks like some crazy German abomination that came from the red dream of some Germany tank nerd or something. But another thing, you guys might be able to see it here if I lean a bit to the side or to the other, I'm not sure. People in chat are not really a fan of the sponsorship. Like, the video was a kind of live premiere, so they can't skip it like people would usually do in a video. So, they just got an ad for a game that they maybe don't like, and they can't even skip it. But I didn't mean to press play there. But that's just normal. People don't like advertisements, but we all gotta make money somehow. He has to pay bills and everything, and electricity is super expensive right now, at least here in Europe. So let's just keep going.
And what's really nice is the game is all about the tanks fighting the tanks, so you don't need to worry about close air support or airstrikes.
That's interesting, he's saying, oh, the game is all about tanks versus tanks. No air support, no airstrikes. Meanwhile, War Thunder just got an update called Drone Age, and we have drones now that are basically just a kill streak airstrike drone from some Call of Duty game, because, you know, you get enough spawn points, spawn one, and get 2 almost guaranteed kills with the 2 missiles. I'm not a fan of them, and I think it's pretty nice that it sounds like it's a hidden criticism of Gaijin. So, you know, War of Tanks only has tanks, obviously.
And the game is all about seeing how different tanks fight each other that might not have seen each other on a real battlefield. I
mean, that's also true for War Thunder. World War II tanks fight Cold War tanks and modern planes on a regular basis, like the Tiger II that sees a lot of Cold War tanks, the Mouse, the ME-163 that for some reason is at 8.7 and sees, what does it see? The Su-25M, the MiG-23BN. So, yeah, not very special for World of Tanks.
What's not to love? I mean, I think it's brilliant. There's over 550 tanks to play.
That one surprised me, because 550 tanks? I mean, World of Tanks is known for using, you know, paper tanks, tanks that never existed, or just making up tanks in general. And I think 550 is less than the amount of tanks we have in War Thunder. War Thunder has over 2,000 vehicles. You know, that includes planes, ships, boats, tanks, helicopters. But I still think we have over 550 tanks in the game, which are all historical, which is, so that at 550 doesn't seem like a good number.
And not only do new players get to play the Excelsior with my link, they can also...
Ah, there we see it. New players can play the Excelsior with his link.
So test out the Cromwell Tiger 121 and T-3485M for 10 entire battles. There's a bunch of interesting stuff that I've not played in any video game, so it will be really interesting to see how you lot get on when you click the link in the description to sign up immediately.
So that's the end of the video, of his video, and you know, I kind of liked the ad, how he paced it, how he talked, and it wasn't too long. I think we're at 1 minute 15 for the ad, but yeah, it's still the wrong game for most of his audience. So I don't know how good the performance of that ad is. So what do you think? Would you play World of Tanks if I would do such a sponsorship? If I would give you a link to get access to, I don't know, some mouse with 80 GMs on top? Yeah, that sounds like something they could get for me. Then maybe I'd consider it. But anyways, I'm drifting off here. If you haven't already, now's the perfect time to check out my other videos and subscribe to the channel to see more of my content.